And welcome, wrestling fans, here to Adams Central High School for what is the final dual meet of the season here at the hangar. And we've got a pair of Team State finalists from Saturday on tap for you. Meanwhile, over on 92.7, we've got Belmont and Yorktown. But right here on YouTube, this is Dane Filling, and I'm joined tonight by my good friend Nat Wood. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
Good to have you, and we've got a good one in store with some great individual matchups. I know the Adams Central Jets a little bit banged up and ill. Talked to Coach LeCount before the match after weigh-ins, and he felt like his team was in a pretty good spot. But for him, he's got his eyes set on a conference title on Saturday, and the HHC is a very deep conference. He talked to me a little bit about some of the seeding controversies that happened at the seeding meeting this week, and he said it's ultra competitive with teams like Newcastle and New Pal. Mount Vernon to Fortville, I think, is in there, and a couple other teams, so it should be really challenging.
Yeah, Greenfield Central.
Yes, and Greenfield Central had a great showing at 3A, so we look forward to seeing how Delta does there after winning the 1A Team State title this weekend. Nat, you were at Jay County. Tell us a little bit about what you saw there.
Delta was just dominant. Me being the old Jay County guys really wanting the Delta Jay County different outcome, but Delta's just really strong. They're healthy now. 7 ranked kids, some big wins. Cabe Stebbins over Duke Myers was just a huge win, and that really set the tone for the entire match against Belmont. But I think it went about how I expected. I thought Delta was the best team going in. Would have liked to have seen a Jay County Belmont matchup, even though the fact that Jay County had 6 JV kids in the lineup, beating number 5 and number 7. I just think Jay County matches up better with Belmont, and I would love to see a dual meet between those on a regular basis, but we never see that. Yeah,
we will see. I know you and I have seen Delta multiple times. We were on the air when Delta wrestled South Adams, and I think this team has continued to improve throughout the season. And you talk about Saturday's tournament at conference for them, and I think it's a team that's going to continually improve here, even as we get into the postseason. And there's no doubt that the Eagles are contenders, not just for conference on Saturday, but of course their sectional, but also their regional, and very much so our semi-state.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're ranked number 5 in the power rankings, right? Which is what you're expected the kids to finish at the state finals in Evansville come February. So I think that them and Rochester is going to be a battle. I think Rochester's
out of our semi-state,
but that would have been a heck of a battle, right? So I think going in, I think Delta's the favorite at the semi-state.
So with that, we will send it here to commercials for a little bit. We'll be right back with more pre-match analysis right after this.
Injured in an accident, need representation in civil, criminal, or family law matters? Call DeVos, Baker, Ainsworth, and Razzo for assistance. Our office has experienced trial lawyers who can guide you through the litigation process and provide you with quality legal service at competitive rates. Call 724-2129 to schedule an appointment with one of our attorneys, or visit our website at devoslaw.com for more information.
Most of us take clean water for granted, but the plain truth is cities work hard to keep our waterways and stormwater sewers as clean as possible. In the field and around the neighborhood, you are the city's eyes. What you casually observe can make a difference. So if you see signs of trouble, including odd odors, unnatural water color, or signs of dumping or spills, please notify the city immediately. Be proactive. Choose to make a difference. Get more ideas on the web at DecaturIN.org.
Quality dentistry for people of all ages. That's what you'll find at Decatur Dental Services. This is Dr. Taylor Trevere at Decatur Dental Services. We provide a wide range of dental treatment, including preventative, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry. Located at the corner of 224 East and Pickway Road in Decatur, we offer convenient office hours, Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Friday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more information about our practice, please find us on Facebook or visit our website at DecaturDentalIN.com.
When you need building materials, you need Arnold Lumber, 425 Winchester Street in Decatur, featuring lumber in a wide choice of sizes, plus doors, windows, roofing, and more. Whether it's a complete new home or remodeling, a new deck or deck repair, a new kitchen or a kitchen update, Whether it's an erected or materials-only garage or pole barn package featuring quality metal, free professional designs and estimates, Arnold Lumber provides it all. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Thursday till 4:30 on Friday and 11:30 on Saturday.
At Three Rivers Federal Credit Union, we're focused on empowering you to achieve financial wellness by offering the resources and support you need every step of the way. We're equally committed to bettering lives in our region through volunteerism, community funding and partnerships, college scholarships, and more. We give back to the people, places, and ideas that matter most to you. Learn more at threeriversfcu.org. Three Rivers is federally insured by the NCUA.
Rising costs of gas and food putting a strain on your budget? Is your paycheck stretched a little thin? Home and auto insurance rates are on the rise. Maybe it's time to shop around for a lower rate. Give Nick Rumschlag State Farm a call at 260-724-6010 and see if we can save you a few bucks. Don't have time to call? That's okay. You can get a quote 24 hours a day at nickrumschlag.com. You could even stop in our office on North 13th Street in Decatur.
Welcome back here to Adams Central High School as we are underway. Rex, gosh, I spend too much time with him. Nat is into his pre-match routine. That's fine. We'll let him take care of those types of things. We are underway in the JV match, and we just got a look at Braden Salim, the backup at 106 pounds for the Eagles. And Salim picked up a huge victory as Delta performed a bump against Adams Central, or against Belmont, I should say, on Saturday. And Salim was inserted at 106 pounds. And they were able to pick up the win against Ben Mills, and that sort of propelled Delta into an inevitable state title because they were able to bump those hammers up and bump into some of Belmont's strengths. And I think Delta won 7 bouts in a row after they beat Duke Myers and won another match. So that was key. So Salim, probably someone that you're looking at as a potential 6-pounder for them for next year. Now on the mat is Lucas Rumpel from Adams Central. He's given up the opening takedown to Jackson Teal. And Nat, you got more matches to go to this weekend. What's next on your docket?
Next on my docket is a week off. You know, my grandson.
What's that?
Yeah, my grandson was wrestled at Team State this past weekend. So we're going to take the week off and head to Tulsa on Thursday and see how he does at the national level tournament. And week after that, we'll have the Jay County sectional, and I'll be with Rob at Jay County for the sectional.
Now you'll have to carry the torch for me because I will not be there.
Where are you going?
I am going to be at a wedding in Illinois. My wife kindly asked. I'd like to go to my cousin's wedding. She said, if you go, we can also go to the destination wedding in June in Jamaica.
That's a good trade-off.
And I thought, well, I guess if you're going to trade 2 for 1, that seemed like a pretty good deal.
Yeah,
so
I think I would do the same thing.
our broadcast will be in good hands with Rex and AJ. And I will, of course, be listening from my wife's hometown over in Bourbonnais in Illinois. And, of course, I'll be back for regional and the rest of the tournament series, which this year culminates in Evansville. Looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be different. You know, we're all used to the same routine, so it's definitely going to change up, especially for the people up here in the north. It's, you know, Evansville teams down in that area came to Fort Wayne for, you know, a few years for Team State, so routine's changing and maybe go on Thursday.
We've been going on Thursday for a couple of years now. It's been nice to get in and to get settled in. I like hanging out with some of the out-of-town crowd on Thursday night and making sure that you're settled to go. And when the IHSAA moved things earlier in the day on Friday, back when it was a 6 o'clock start on Friday, it was easy to come on Friday morning. But since they moved it to the afternoon, it's been different. We have not heard from the IHSAA as to what their plans are for scheduling or ticketing or any of that, but the one place to get all that information for you fans is going to be High School Wrestling Weekly here the next few Sundays as we hone in on the state finals and all of our tournaments that we've got coming up. Don't forget, tomorrow, all day through YouTube, we'll have the girls' state finals. Mallory Winters run at a 3rd consecutive state title. Looking forward to doing that one with Rex. On Saturday, we'll be right back here. Well, not necessarily back here. We'll be over there for the AC Jet invite. Looking forward to that one too. And then next week we've got dual meets between Belmont and Carroll. Also, South Adams and Norwell. See, next week is Tuesday at Carroll, Wednesday South Adams and Norwell, Friday the ACAC, and Saturday the NE8.
Wow.
So a very busy week for us at WZBD.
You know, I tell you, I think the coaches, you talked about the COVID year, and they changed that start time to Friday morning, split sessions, et cetera, and they're still doing the split sessions. But the attendance obviously is full again. That's the Coaches Association should use that as a segue to show that wrestlebacks can be done.
We will see whether that is possible or not. I know that ticketing is going to be a topic of heated discussion here over the next 6 weeks, but you know what? That's what it's all about. If there's more people that want in than tickets available, it adds to the allure and the mystique of the event.
Oh, absolutely. That's a good point. And state finals is one of the funnest weekends of the year for me through any sport. It's just the whole thing is great. Just being down there with friends and family and the nightlife that we don't get to have in this area, and the competition is just fantastic.
So with that, we'll play another round of commercials, and we'll be right back with some notable absences for the Jets tonight, right after this.
For the past 90 years, Smith Brothers has built a solid reputation by providing quality furniture that lasts for generations. They continue to employ the best construction techniques and components available in the industry and offer frame and fabric styles to satisfy every taste from transitional to traditional and all stops between. Sitting is believing. Test one of their recliners to see how quality engineering makes them stand out from other leading manufacturers. Smith Brothers of Bern. Feel the difference quality makes.
Hey, do you know when and where we can recycle in Adams County?
Well, I know you can recycle from 8 to 4 weekdays and Saturday 8 to noon at the transfer station next to Golden Meadows.
Okay, where else?
In Decatur, behind D&D Marathon on the east side of town on Thursdays, Mondays at Simon Manufacturing 27 South in Bern, and in Monroe on the third Tuesday at the fairgrounds. Plus, you can always get the latest info at adamscountyswmd.com.
Thanks.
When faced with the difficult task of making arrangements for your loved one, many emotions and questions arise. What would they want me to do if they were here? Where is the money coming from? How much should I spend? Do they want burial or cremation? The staff at Haggard, Hershey, and Zelt Funeral Home can help you navigate these tough questions. Make your wishes known and allow us to make sure that your wishes are carried out. Call Ryan Hershey or Eric Zelt at 260-724-7167 to schedule an appointment today.
Don Myers Plumbing and Heating in Bern is your American Standard home comfort dealer. American Standard has been in business for more than 100 years and welcomes Don Myers Plumbing and Heating of Bern as one of their independent dealers. Don Myers Plumbing and Heating and American Standard will provide your home or business with energy-efficient heating and cooling equipment, saving you money. Don Myers Plumbing, Heating and Cooling at the east edge of Bern on Adams County Road 000, your American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
We all know winter has an effect on driving conditions. Make sure your vehicle is ready for it with good vehicle maintenance. Hi, I'm Matt Brown, manager of Best One in Monroe, reminding you to make sure that your tires have good tread and are properly inflated. We also recommend a coolant flush every 2 years or 30,000 miles. If your coolant does not work well, your car can be put at risk. Right now at Best One in Monroe, we're offering $20 off a flush service. Give us a call or visit us at bestoneofmonroe.com for details. Best One, selling tires, serving people.
No matter your age, health and life insurance can be confusing and overwhelming. This is Derek Bailey with Bixler Insurance. Whether you are currently on Medicare or will soon be qualifying for Medicare, we have the products and expertise to meet your needs. Under age 65 and looking for health coverage? Interested in protecting your family from an unexpected loss with a life insurance policy? We can discuss options to assure your peace of mind. Call Bixler Insurance today to schedule your free appointment.
Welcome back here to Adams Central High School. Dane Filling, Nat Wood, bringing you the action. And Nat, pretty cool this year. Save for one illness on my daughter's part, we have been able to bring you basically every Adams Central dual meet home and away all season long on WZBD. The one event that we didn't cover was that 2-day 10 dual event over in Lafayette that Adams Central wrestled in. around Christmas time. But other than that, we've been at every duel that Adams Central
That's awesome.
has wrestled, and it's been a lot of fun. And a lot of that is because of the great sponsors that we've picked up in the last couple of years to allow us to bring this content, not just bringing you the home meets, but also bringing you Team State and some of the Saturday tournaments that used to not get much coverage. It was a lot of fun to be there at Rochester, and the Jets made it all the way to the finals, Nat, and it was Adams Central wrestled well. There's no bones, and Rochester just had the hammers where Adams Central went. I think the best hope for Adams Central was that the matchups would turn out right, that Rochester could get upset by someone else, and then Adams Central take their shot at them. And sometimes that's the way it goes in those tournaments. It's like, there's no way we can beat this team, but if somebody else can knock off that team, it could be our avenue to get in there. And I know, we did the South Adams match against Cowan. At the very beginning of the year, South Adams beats Cowan. And then they look at the results that happened on Saturday. South Adams wrestled pretty well. They end up getting 6th, and Cowan gets 3rd, and they're thinking,
yeah,
how did that happen?
Yeah.
Well, that's because Prairie Heights didn't match up well with some of those other teams. They fall into the 5th place match, and then they take out South Adams. Tell City beats South Adams, and then Tell City comes, and they can't touch Cowan.
Yeah.
And Cowan finishes 3rd. So.
Matchups matter. Yeah, I tell you, this is with Rochester. People should have seen it a long time ago. I don't know if you're familiar with the Jay County Elementary duels that we started back in 2015-16 time frame. And the Jay County Elementary duels has 20 to 24 teams every year, and we didn't used to do it by divisions. And Rochester used to run over Wauseon, Ohio. Even the Jay County team was really good, and they're ranked number 3 in 2A. Rochester ran through that tournament like 2 or 3 years in a row with these kids that are juniors and seniors now.
So there's a pin by Nick Smith as he gets the fall, the first win in the JV match for Adams Central. One thing that we said we were going to talk about today was the absences in the Adams Central lineup, Nat, and they're pretty significant when you look at it. And we'll pull it up here, as I want to put all of our ads in the right folders here. Sometimes that's not as easy as it sounds, because we do have a lot of ads, and it's one of the cool parts about my job is continuing to bring in new clients who are interested in sort of helping us out in doing what we do. And when it comes to a match like Saturday and a day like Saturday, it just wouldn't be possible if you don't pick up some of these big sponsors like a Wygand Construction or a Miller Land Surveying or DDD Maintenance and Repair. They all made a big difference in getting us that coverage, as we're going to see another fall here from Ethan Funk. So Adams Central picks up 2 wins after dropping the first 2. But anyways, back to our original point, absences for Adams Central. Miles Carr's out ill today. His mother is one of the talented photographers on WZBD.com.
Okay.
And her son Max is also dealing with a shoulder injury. He's the varsity 175-pounder. So that's 2 big hits for Adams Central. Along with that, Joey Everett's out. Jarrett Smith went home sick today. And there's no Zach Worm at heavyweight today. Now, when I say there's no Zach Worm and then I look out at the mat and I see that there is Gavin Rumpel on the mat, I would assume that means that we're going to see Wyatt McAfee and Keegan Bloom both wrestling today. One of them will be at heavyweight and one of them will be at 215. Delta's 215-pounder is not here today, and that will be a forfeit for the Eagles. So interesting to see what Coach Curry decides. Sometimes that's really tough. You got 2 seniors. They're both the same weight. They're pretty even with each other. It's like, who do I want to give a match to today? Who do I want to give the night off? Which one's it going to matter to more? Who's going to be the best matchup? Tonight we're going to start at 126 pounds. We will see what that looks like for Coach Curry. Right now we're watching Gavin Rumpel and Christian Hurst. We're going to play another round of commercials, and when we come back, we are going to have some pre-match discussion on the lineups and specific matches as they go through the senior night festivities. We'll be right back after these messages.
Adams Sports Medicine provides certified athletic trainers at many high school athletic events. These trainers specialize in injury prevention. Dr. Robert Kinney is board certified in physical medicine and rehabilitation as well as sports medicine, while Dr. David Coates is board certified in orthopedic surgery. Both Adams Medical Group physicians will be there to provide non-surgical and surgical care. Visit adamshospital.org or call 1-833-724-DOCS to schedule an appointment.
Hi, this is Tina with Innovative Concepts Audio Video, your local premier technology provider. Do you need a new computer? A wide assortment of name brand PCs and laptops are offered in store. Custom systems can also be built to ensure it is perfect fit for you. Software solutions and repair services are available for your current PC as well. Trouble running your smart devices? Is your Wi-Fi slow? Let us help you design, install, and configure a Wi-Fi system to meet your needs. Call or stop in today or see us on the web at icav.us. We bring technology to you.
9 miles from Monmouth and 9 miles from Fort Wayne, situated on 27 just south of 469, sits 9 Mile Restaurant, your home for great meals since 1837. Providing home-cooked meals to travelers between Decatur and Fort Wayne for over 180 years, 9 Mile has stood the test of time as an institution on the southern edge of Allen County. With seating on the family side, the bar side, and outdoors, there's always a reason to stop and have a meal. 9 Mile also has a full-service bar and a professional service that can cater your next event or party. The next time you're on your way to or from Fort Wayne, stop in. You've gone the distance. Welcome to 9 Mile.
When it comes to your home, there are things the handyman in you wants to do. And then there's things that should be left to the experts. When it comes to seamless gutters, there's only one choice in our area, and that's SureFlow Seamless Gutters in Decatur. Tired of gutters that leak at every seam and every downspout? Call the guys at SureFlow. Putting on a new metal roof and want your gutters to do the job they're meant to do? Call SureFlow. Find them online at seamlessgutters.net or give them a call. SureFlow Gutters, 260-888-5062.
Every child has the right to the financial support from both parents, regardless of whether the parents are married, live together, or live separately. Please call the Adams County Prosecutor's Office if you need help with establishing paternity, obtaining a child support order, or enforcing of a child support order. In some cases, failure to pay child support can result in criminal charges. The Adams County Prosecutor's Office will diligently and aggressively pursue the collection of support from those who try to avoid this responsibility. There is no cost to get the help of the Prosecutor's Office. If you need help, give the office a call today at 724-5362 or visit adamscountyprosecutor.com.
Hey athletes, are you looking to take your game to the next level? Look no further than Indiana Physical Therapy. Our expert team of sports performance specialists and personalized training programs will have you running circles around the competition. Injured or hurt on the field? Come see us. Our team of physical therapists are dedicated to helping you get back up to speed. With over 19 locations across Indiana, we can get you better, faster. Visit indianapt.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, and people gonna get better.
Welcome back here to Adams Central as we finish up some of the JV matches that are on the docket this evening. Nat, our broadcast tonight is solely dependent on Dane's phone battery. As our crews, we've had so many sports on WZBD over the last week that we are currently splitting a box with the basketball crew who was on the air earlier in the week for the ACAC tournament right here at Adams Central, and they'll be returning to the hangar tomorrow night for a pair of games. Adams Central girls in the 6 o'clock game and the Adams Central boys in the 7:30 game, both against Jay County.
Go Jay County.
But we also have girls wrestling tomorrow, and I am off early in the morning with Rex on our way to Kokomo, and not enough time to reconvene with the other basketball crew to hand them back their equipment, so all I got was the leftovers. But we're going to make do with it, and I would say we're over 50% on my phone battery, so I think we're good on the internet type of things. And according to this little graphic here, we've only lost 0.1% of our stream so far due to lag, so I think we're good.
Anyways, you know more about that than I do.
Well, I'm learning it. Some of it is definitely a learning thing. We hooked up to the AT&T to start the broadcast, and we were losing about 95%. So wow. On Saturday, we will be live, but we'll be in the new gym over in the SAC. It is an interesting tournament that they put together. There's 10 teams that go into 2 pools, and they do their best to put everybody together and sort of separate them and try to find ways to get the best matches possible. And then they do a crossover at the end for first and third place. And I don't know who all is on that list. Tony hasn't sent it to me yet. We can pull it up here.
Probably pull it up on track.
But anyways, it's not on track.
It's not on track?
No, it's Phil's special.
Oh.
He's got his own little system.
His own little
there.
charts.
Yeah, he does. So as I pull it up here, I think it's on here. I know Cowan is there, and Eastern. Dwenger's usually there. Okay, here it is. Homestead is coming. Huntington North. Prairie Heights is coming. That's an addition from last year. And it looks like Southwood as well. We'll see what the weather does for that tournament on Saturday. But if you are a Jet wrestling fan, a Baguba fan, Saturday morning, roughly 10 o'clock, we're going to go on air. And we have to be off because Purdue plays in the afternoon on Saturday. But we'll bring you the best matches that we possibly can, as that pregame for Penn State at Purdue is at 1:15. So the boss says we got to be off the air in time to let them get through the noon news and then go from there.
I wrestled in that ACN like 42 years ago.
So 15-9, Gavin Rumpel is your winner, and that concludes our JV action for the evening. I think we're going to have some senior night festivities here. So with that, while they do that, we're going to play another round of commercials, and we'll talk a little bit about some of these seniors and the careers that they've had and the memories that we have here from WZBD. We'll do all that right after this.
Faith is the daughter of Luke and Charlotte.
You may not know it, but Hitzer Patio and Fireplace is the perfect place for all your patio, fireplace, and grill needs. Big Green Egg grills, gift certificates, tabletop pellet grills, Pelican premium coolers, cast iron kettles, Dutch ovens, and a wide variety of famous Hitzer stoves. Hitzer, 269 East Main Street in Bern is the perfect place to shop for all these fine products, accessories, and more.
Does your heating system need a good end-of-the-season tune-up from Masters Heating and Cooling? Now is the time to tune up your heating and cooling system. At Masters, we have technicians that can service most makes and models of furnaces and heat pumps at low-cost seasonal special pricing. Contact Masters Heating and Cooling at 1045 South 11th Street in Decatur. On the web at mastersheatcool.com to schedule your preventative maintenance checkup now.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance.
See Toby, Mark, Kyle, or Barb at Graber Insurance with offices on Highway 27 North in Bern and 623 West Monroe Street in Decatur.
For 71 years, the Kelly Automotive Group has serviced your automotive needs in Northeast Indiana and in Ohio. Kelly offers 14 brands of new vehicles and has over 500 used vehicles in stock. Kelly values your business and works hard for bank approval for all credit types. Visit drivekelly.com and stop at any friendly Kelly dealership. In Decatur, visit 1313 South 13th Street on U.S. Highways 27 and 33. Drive Kelly and drive with confidence.
Dave Nathan from the Z-Team here for the All-American gas stations in Monroe, Hoagland, Monroeville, Ossian, and throughout Z-Land, and it's happening again. The All-American stores not only give to countless charities, but they're also supporters of local high school athletics here on ZBD. The next time you need gas or a quick snack, stop in for a cold fountain pop, an energy drink, or a hot meal. From Monster energy drinks to Snickers bars, from smoothies to a hot meal on the go, it's all at your local All-American stores. Check out the All-American Stores official Facebook page for more details and sales. The All-American Stores, hometown owners, hometown staff, your hometown team. Does your smile need work? Maybe it's time for a cleaning and exam. Visit Laura Kugelhahn, DDS, and her knowledgeable, caring staff at Complete Smiles on North Main Street in Bluffton. Dr. Kugelhahn would love to help you maintain your dental health or transform your smile. Whatever your needs might be, Complete Smiles is there to help you. Dr. Kugelhahn is currently accepting new patients. Call 824-3100 to schedule an appointment.
Welcome back here to Adams Central High School, to the old gym in the hangar. They are now honoring Trevor Curry, the last of the seniors. He's walking out with Dad and head coach Tony Curry, along with mom Amy, and they've also honored Zach Worm with his parents, Damon Vergara, who came out for the team for the first time this year, Dakota Perry, Wyatt McAfee, Keegan Bloom, and the lone senior manager this year, Faith Zerker. Going to see, I don't know if they're going to say a few words, if they're going to put Tony, if they're going to put a mic in front of Tony here. I don't think so. I think they're just going to give him a round of applause. It's also senior night at Belmont, and it's that kind of year as you start to realize that these kids that you've been watching for the last few years and calling all of their actions and sort of lived and breathed and cried and smiled with all these kids, that their time is coming to the end. But it also means that the pressure is slowly building towards the postseason, and that's kind of what makes it all worthwhile, is it not, Nat?
Oh, absolutely. It's crazy how time flies. You know, they're this age. They're the next.
You think about how many times you've watched Tony wrestle in his lifetime, and he's only got a handful of matches left when it comes to high school wrestling.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy, and that's what I told him. I said I was disappointed in his decision of West Liberty because I won't get to see him as much.
Well, you get to take some road trips east. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, it would be.
So we're going to be starting at 126 pounds tonight for Adams Central. That will be Dylan Ogg taking on Neil Mosier. Tough match there and everybody down there in the lightweights is going to have a tough match for Adams Central, as Delta's absolutely loaded. That's why they won 2A and why they're favorites to win a semi-state or at least a regional title here in a few weeks. At 138 pounds, Maverick Dubois will be wrestling Braden Swain. Oh, I skipped 132, sorry. Brayson is going to be wrestling Sam Mosier, the younger brother of Neil. Or is it cousin?
It's brother.
It's brother, okay. And then at 38, it'll be Mav Dubois and Braden Swain. At 144, Xander Schwartz will be taking on Colton Ronimus. And I'm trying to set up an interview here for us, being the pre-match. At 150, it'll be Max Byerly and Zeke Witter. At 157, Ethan Smith will wrestle Drayton Swanson. At 165, Matt Heiser will wrestle Cabe Stebbins. Dakota Perry in the lineup for the Jets. At 175, he'll be taking on returning state placer Braxton Russell. Trevor Curry will be wrestling Andrew Ruffenbarger. At 215, Keegan Bloom will have a forfeit. At 285, it'll be Wyatt McAfee against Isaac Moss. At 106, Ezra Lichty is going to be in against, is he still ranked number 1? Jensen Boyd?
Jensen Boyd's number 1.
At 113, it'll be Cale Beer and Aiden Bollinger. And at 120, it'll be Jackson Bingham and Cade Jackson. That's your lineup here. And we may have a special guest here. A little transfer of sports here in the pre-match, but we'll see if that materializes. We're going to play another round of commercials. We'll be right back after this. DDD Maintenance and Repair, owned and operated by Shane Reynolds, has your local professionals for heavy-duty truck and diesel engine repair. DDD Maintenance and Repair also offers full-service sand and glass blasting for your surface restoration projects. Whether it's getting your heavy-duty truck and diesel engine running like new or sandblasting your project to look like new, we have a blast renewing the past. Give Shane and the guys a call at 260-223-5442. That's DDD Maintenance and Repair.
Miller Land Surveying is one of Northeast Indiana's premier full-service land surveying firms. From lot and boundary surveys to large topographical, commercial, and industrial surveys, Miller Land Surveying can help you with all of your surveying needs. With a seasoned staff, the latest technology, and a drive for perfection, rest assured your project will be done professionally and efficiently completed every time. MLS is proud to support today's broadcast and encourages everyone to get out and support local athletes. When you're doing new construction or remodeling and you need drywall, the name to call is Paul Baker Drywall. Paul Baker Drywall does championship caliber work and gives you free estimates. Paul uses all the latest styles for your approval, and his work is always guaranteed. Give Paul a call today at 701-4388. That's 701-4388. When it's time for drywall, use the best, Paul Baker Drywall.
Bowers Paint Studio on West Monroe Street in Decatur is hands down the best auto body repair shop in the Midwest. That's why your friends and neighbors give Bowers Paint Studio a 5-star rating on Facebook. Your family ride get dinged in an accident? Take it to Bowers for a free estimate. Need a custom paint job for your collectible car or motorcycle? Bowers Paint Studio is the place to go. Nate works with all the insurance companies and can help you get a loaner. That's Bowers Paint Studio on West Monroe Street in Decatur.
Luganville Excavating is a proud sponsor of high school wrestling on WZBD. Their son Memphis, a sophomore at AC, is doing his best to overcome adversity and wrestle for the Flying Jets. Memphis has made tremendous strides and is determined to continue. You can follow his journey on Facebook at Memphis's Ride. As Luganville Excavating works hard for their customers, follow Memphis's challenge to make the team. He would love to hear from you.
Expert Transmission on US 224 in Decatur and on US 124 in Bluffton is the place to go for not only transmission help, but also full-service general auto and truck repair. Matt, Corey, and Tyler at Expert Transmission are experienced and ASE-certified mechanics who can diagnose and fix your family or work vehicle. Call Steve or Dustin soon to set up an appointment. Expert Transmission has the best warranty in the business, 5 years and 100,000 miles on a new transmission, and can give you a free estimate. Call today at 724-2434 or like Expert Transmission on Facebook.
Welcome back to Adams Central High School here for the pre-match coverage of Adams Central and Delta. We have a special guest in the broadcast tonight. We are joined by the head coach of the girls basketball team here at Adams Central, Mr. Kyle Rowe. Welcome.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate being here.
Hey, you guys had a great win earlier this week, and I just wanted to congratulate you. And I know it's a big accomplishment. Anytime that you can pick up a win over a team that you've lost a couple games to, and of course, anytime that you can advance in a tournament, those are sort of special atmospheres. But you guys really played well, spread the ball around. You got a lot of help off of the bench in that game. Tell us a little bit about what you guys have to do now on Friday if you want to continue to advance.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jay County is a different animal that we're facing, so they have a lot of size. I mean, 5 seniors that are very good. They start a freshman that's very tough in point guard position. So it's definitely a different matchup than the South Adams matchup, which I think we match up better with. But yeah, Jay County, we're going to have to handle their 1-2-2 zone. They like to trap at the top of the key and half court there. So we worked on a lot of that this week. And we have to make shots. They're big inside. We're not going to be able to take advantage of their posts. So we know we need to make some shots.
So we've got a lot of wrestling fans listening. Give us a pitch for coming out to the gym tomorrow night to support the girls.
Well, if you haven't watched us, we're physical. So if you like wrestling and like physical sports, we play physical. If you watch Athena Swartz and Audrey Eisberg, she set a nice pick at the top of the key the other day and leveled our girls. So if it's a physical sport you're looking for, don't overlook the girls, the Lady Jets.
Well, Kyle, WZBD will be there tomorrow night and a lot of other games for you this year. And I was just penciling into my calendar the sectional schedule. It's right around the corner.
It is.
You can hear the draw live on, I believe it's the 21st on WZBD at 5 o'clock. And we wish you the best of luck tomorrow and the rest of the season. And thanks for jumping in with us.
Appreciate it. Thank you. It's been fun.
Thanks so much. So that was head coach Kyle Rowe. We wish him good luck tomorrow right back here in this gym. Join us on 92.7 FM at 6 o'clock, I believe, is tip-off for that game as the Jets take on Jay County. We're going to play one more round of messages, and we'll be right back with the varsity match right after this.
Town & Country Auctioneers has teamed up with Shaw Real Estate to offer you the most comprehensive auction and real estate services in the area. Whatever real estate or personal property you're buying or selling, we have you covered. We provide our customers with the utmost care in handling you or your loved one's property. You can contact Mitzi Gardner or myself, Corbin Boltzmeyer, at 260-724-8899 to walk with you every step of the way throughout the process. Town & Country is at 211 North 13th Street, Decatur, Indiana.
Does your smile need work? Maybe it's time for a cleaning and exam. Visit Laura Kugelhahn, DDS, and her knowledgeable, caring staff at Complete Smiles on North Main Street in Bluffton. Dr. Kugelhahn would love to help you maintain your dental health or transform your smile. Whatever your needs might be, Complete Smiles is there to help you. Dr. Kugelhahn is currently accepting new patients. Call 824-3100 to schedule an appointment. Wygand Construction in Fort Wayne is committed to providing quality, value-based construction services, and that commitment begins with our employees. We strive to anticipate and exceed clients' expectations, honor our commitments, and provide for the communities in which we live. If this sounds like the place where you'd like to work, visit our website at Wygant Construction to see our open positions and fill out an application. We want you on our team. Wygant Construction. Trust, well built.
When you walk out of the cold winter weather, you expect your home to be as warm as it was when you left in the morning. If you're worried about the heat in your home, call Kevin McIntyre. Don't get called for stalling, because once your furnace has gone out, you're already too late. McIntyre Heating and Air Conditioning can install a new furnace to meet your needs, or Kevin can service your existing furnace. A proud member of the Decatur community for decades, Kevin is a trusted repairman and installer of new furnaces. Call McIntyre Heating and Air Conditioning.
This is Ed Thurman, and I've driven across every highway and bridge in Indiana calling high school games on the radio since 1972. We take those bridges and overpasses for granted sometimes, but knowing they're made right here in Decatur at Pre-Stress puts me at ease and allows me to focus on the game. If you're looking for a career right here in Adams County, starting at over $20 an hour, go to PreStressServices.com and click on Careers. From general labor with no experience to driving those long beams to the job site with your CDL, Pre-Stress might just have the job you're looking for.
Hi everybody, this is Steve Fiesel in beautiful Bluffton, Indiana, the home of Velocity Motors. Winter doldrums getting you down? Tired of going out and seeing if old Betsy was going to start for you this morning? Velocity Motors has your answer. Stop in and see us for your next ride. Since 2009, Velocity Motors has been helping folks with their next car. Credit your issue? Velocity Motors has financing options for almost everyone. Come to Velocity Motors where you're always greeted with a smile and treated with respect.
Soul Pig Barbecue on 2nd Street in Decatur, across from the courthouse, features traditional and not so traditional barbecue, brisket, smoked meats, pulled pork, wings, burgers, soul food, steaks, fish, seafood, and a full bar service. Bring the spouse and the young ones to Soul Pig and enjoy the family side or dine on the bar side. Large portions ensure no one will go home hungry after a Soul Pig meal. Follow Soul Pig on Facebook for the daily, weekend, and entertainment specials.
Kind of chuckled and said, that's great. She's also sporting a great black eye right now from Mallory's left knee. But we had a great time doing that on Saturday. I really enjoyed doing the interviews. And one thing that I talked about with a couple people this weekend, Nat, is I appreciate when I talk to those girls, and this isn't a criticism of anybody in particular, but there are times, and you've been around the sport long enough, where occasionally in boys wrestling, you got some boys out there on the mat who are wrestling for other reasons. They're wrestling for dad or for uncle, or because they've been doing it for 10 years and they don't want to quit 1 year in.
Yep.
These girls, they're only wrestling for themselves.
Yeah, and you know what girls wrestling reminds me is kind of...
Oh, shoot, we're going to get the national anthem here, and then we'll be back with this discussion. Okay, continue your talk there.
Anyway, the thing that I compare girls wrestling to boys wrestling is college football to NFL football. The boys so many times, not that they're not passionate and show emotion, because some of them do, but every one of those girls, when they win matches, they show much more emotion than what the boys do. And it's kind of like the NFL, like it's a job, but the college players, most of them aren't going to the next level, and it's the passion that I like about college football, and I see that same thing comparison of girls to boys.
Absolutely, and I saw it on Saturday, and we heard it on Friday in the interviews. Like I said, they're wrestling because they love the sport, and they love the feeling that they get when they get on the mat, and they love the opportunity to compete. And this is not a sport for someone who doesn't want to compete and doesn't want to put themselves out there. It's certainly not a place to find success if you're not for that. And I guess that's the lesson that many of them are learning, is that they are enjoying the opportunity to fail.
Yeah.
Right? The chance where failure is there. You walk onto the mat and you don't know where you're going to come.
You know, and I hate to keep bringing up Lena, but think about her. She's a junior in high school, but as a freshman, you know how many matches she won? 0.
Really?
0 matches as a freshman. And she's worked her butt off, and, you know, it's really fun to watch.
Yes, it certainly has been. So they're going through everything here, the pre-match festivities. We are going to bring you 2 more messages here, and then we'll be back with the first match right after this.
Timmy Takedown Tree Service on US 224, 3 miles east of Decatur, has firewood for sale. $30 a scoop, $75 for a 6-foot bed, $85 for an 8-foot bed. Timmy Takedown Tree Service can give you a free estimate on removing storm-damaged trees, grinding stumps, or trimming trees. Call 728-9120 and talk with Jake to set up an appointment. Timmy Takedown Tree Service has been in the area's best and most trusted tree service for 50 years. Stop out or call today. Expert Transmission on US 224 in Decatur and on US 124 in Bluffton is the place to go for not only transmission help, but also full-service general auto and truck repair. Matt, Corey, and Tyler at Expert Transmission are experienced and ASE-certified mechanics who can diagnose and fix your family or work vehicle. Call Steve or Dustin soon to set up an appointment. Expert Transmission has the best warranty in the business. 5 years and 100,000 miles on a new transmission and can give you a free estimate. Call today at 724-2434 or like Expert Transmission on Facebook.
Okay, Nat, here we are. Let's do this thing. We're going to start at 126 pounds. It's going to be Dylan Ogg against Neil Mosier for the Eagles. And
Mosier's ranked 5th in the state at 126 pounds.
We have an absolute murderer's row of lightweights here for Delta. The only good news for Adams Central is that split because of the starting weight. And I am going to warn you, Nat, that fan starts to blow. Your papers start going all over the place. So
yeah, I can feel that for sure.
Last week I was putting my coat on midway through the match as they put it on. So we begin here at 126 pounds. Ogg and Mosier. A little bit of hand fighting here to start the first period. Mosier, not necessarily a big scorer in a lot of matches. Sometimes likes to win matches by a fine margin.
Yeah, he's a defensive wrestler. Very, very, very. You don't very often see him offensively.
He's in a front headlock position right now with Ogg trying to reach around the side. Ogg trying to hold on to that elbow and prevent him from getting around, but it's not much to grip. He loses it there. Now Ogg in on a double leg shortly, but Mosier peels that off. Ogg still blocking with his right arm. Mosier tries to bring him into the center of the mat, sets him on his hip, gets behind for the takedown. And with 56 seconds left here, he's got Ogg on one shoulder, and Mosier trying to work up. He gets too near fall there to make the score 4-0.
Not a lot going on right now.
And that was deliberate and clinical on the edge of the mat, and that is a real skill that you have to learn when you're at the top level, at the elite level, is how to take that wrestler in the position that he's in and bring him back without taking yourself out of bounds. Now he's going to try a tilt here with 20 seconds left. He's got Ogg on his back.
You got 2.
He's going to get at least 2, if not 3. He's got 2 right now from Zembo. And quickly it's 6-0.
And that fan's getting colder.
Yes, it is. Going to have to bring your sweater. 5 seconds left here. And Neil Mosier is going to carry a 6-0 lead into the second period.
At the end of one, Mosier leads by a score of 6-0.
It is going to be green choice. Green at home matches for Adams Central is the
You know,
away
look
team.
at this gym, and I'm trying to figure out how they got 2 mats in here when the team regional used to be here.
Well, they have smartened up, and they've added a little bit of space on all the new mats, I think. I think they're a little bit bigger around the edge
than they were then.
But they used to go all the way up to the walls, that's for sure.
This was a great place back then to have that team regional.
It sure was. Mosier starts on bottom.
Peterson.
Scores on a Peterson. Almost. Gets his arm out, head out. That's 2 reversal. That'll make it 8-0. The last sectional held here was in 2002.
Really? When was the last team regional?
The last
Shortly
team
after,
regional was
29?
in 2012.
12?
That was also held here. There was a couple years there where, after they eliminated the semi-state, where they held it here. Mosier on the ride, on top. He leads 8-0 against Dylan Ogg. First bout of the night here. Dane Filling, Nat Wood, bringing you the coverage. We'll have more Adams Central Wrestling coverage here in another day or so. The Jet invite on Saturday. Stalling called on Ogg down low.
I don't know what else I expect him to do there. He's trying to stay away from, cradle and everything else that Mosier's throwing at him.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough.
There's another tilt.
Sometimes there's more stalling going on in 8-10-0, 12-0 matches than there ever is in a 3-2 match.
Yeah, absolutely. You got 3 near fall secured.
That's going to make it 11-0 now. And he's going to try to work 2 more near fall situations and put this in one away as a tack fall. He runs a half Nelson right now from the right-hand side. Sort of lifts Ogg up to spread him out. 25 seconds left here. See if Dylan can find an escape and try to fight his way back to that 8-point margin instead of working closer to the 15. Ogg, just a freshman. Mosier, a senior now?
Yes.
Yes, he is. No grades on this program from Delta, but I'm pretty sure he's a senior.
Yeah, he's a senior.
So Mosier deferred in the second period, and Ogg chose top. That's interesting. Sometimes it doesn't matter where you choose.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's tough. So
nice slide by.
Ogg does a nice little throw by there, but they go out of bounds. Mosier chose neutral. He wants a takedown and a tilt to make it a 15-0 score.
That's what you like to see out of a freshman wrestler. He's now 11-0 to a state-ranked wrestler, and he went for some points. He didn't just say, hey, this match is over and lay down and give up. Sometimes it's about effort.
Ogg again tries it. Mosier steps away. Ranked 5th in the state. Number 1 in the semi-state. Matt?
Oh, I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember who else is up there and who's going to be challenging him. He's in on a single leg now. Mosier is. He misses on it kind of there. Greg Schaefer's son Isaiah is the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state at 126 pounds. Landon Hawkins behind him. Luke Rio, somebody who we saw in December at the New Haven 10-way, is number 3. Braylon Reynolds from Brownsburg's number 4, and Neil Mosier is number 5. 2-time medalists.
I know that it doesn't, but it probably in this case does transfer over to the semi-state. Different rankers, I believe, right?
Yes, they are different rankers, but with Lane Horn moving to the other semi-state, side cradle locked up here by Mosier. He gets the takedown with 28 seconds left. That'll make it 13-0. One more near fall, and he'll have the tech fall here. And Nat, there's no one else in the top 13 in our semi-state.
So he's got to be number 1.
Wide open for Neil Mosier. 10 seconds left for Ogg to stay off his back. He's holding on to that leg. 6 more seconds. He loses the hold. Mosier does. He's just going to stick his elbow in the back of his head.
But I'll tell you what, Dane, at 126 pounds, there's still some good wrestlers there. I mean, his match with Cody Rouse last Saturday was a 3-1 match. Ty Lenzer from Western, he's going to be at the semi-state. So there's some competition there.
So Mosier wins 13-0 at 126 pounds. And that brings us to 132 for Brayson Shorgan and Sam Mosier for Delta. Take it away, Nat.
Yeah, Sam's just a freshman. He did beat Cody Rouse earlier this year, 6'5", when Cody was wrestling 132 pounds, really just a little bit of hand fighting in the center of the mat. Moser in on the shot. Comes back out. Still hand fighting. Close to out of bounds line now. Really just working for position here. They scoop back to the center of the mat. Kind of a snap down try there by Moser.
Brayson Shorgan now. Still looking for that first
Shorgan's got
takedown.
a shot by Sam Shorgan with the sprawl. Legs underneath him right now, but he's got good position, trying to come behind. Now he loses as he steps over Moser. Moser now's got a single up, tries to trip, takes him down for a 2-0 lead for Moser. Shorgan with the sprawl. And out of bounds. Well, I really thought Shorgan had a good position there on that sprawl and then trying to pull his rear end to him. And for some reason, he stepped over and gave Moser the position.
Yeah, Moser ended up behind him there and was able to score the 2 takedown.
Tight waist, and looks like Moser going for a wing. Now spiral. Shorgan stands up. Close to the out of bounds line again. And they were out of bounds. And now they are. What's Shorgan's record on the year, you know?
I had it here. Let me take a look at where he is.
Just in the last 15 seconds here, Shorgan stands up from a tripod position. Moser switches to a single, close to the out of bounds away from us, and they're going to go out again. Stalling call on Moser for not returning him into the mat and pushing him out. Switch attempt by Shorgan. Now he's up to his feet. Moser trying to take him back to the mat. Now tries a front trip, gets out of it, and that's going to be the end of the first period.
Brayson is 28-1.
And he defers to Moser. Moser's going to take down. Brayson, he's
28-1.
28-1.
Shorgan's only loss is to Luke Rio from Avon.
28-1. Wow. Moser did get the escape there. Now he's in on a single. Shorgan with the whizzer was on the left side there. Moser's going to take him to the mat and get another takedown, go up 5-0. You say he's a freshman?
He is a freshman. One of a very talented group of freshmen here in this Adams Central lineup that we've been following all year long, and certainly a lot of promise to sort of take the torch from this pretty talented senior class that we saw just half an hour ago walk out onto the center of the mat.
Moser takes his position on top. Just a minute 30 left here in the second period.
Of course, 132 pounds dominated by 2 returning state champions in Jake Hockaday and Tylen Thrine. Interested to see what that looks like for some of the other guys who are considering trying to work their way up.
Well, you know, Tylen Thrine was at the ECIC, and he didn't look as explosive as he did last year. I don't have him penciled in to win it like a lot of people do at 132 pounds. I mean, Hockaday's hard to beat anyway, but I don't have him penciled in for under the lights. Let's put it that way. Center of the mat, just a little bit of hand fighting. 5-1. Shorgan did get the escape there. He's being offensive there. Oh, that could have been a takedown. Whew.
If that were on the edge in the center of the mat, I think it looks different.
Yeah, I think it does for sure. Close to being a 5-3 match there.
See if Brayson can find one here in the last 30 seconds of the second period.
Just down 5-1. He did give up an escape and takedown early in the period, but was able to get an escape. Just hand fighting in the center of the mat.
10 seconds.
It was a fake shot, and he really had Mosier off balance there. Wasn't able to capitalize. Into period 1. Shogun down 5-1.
So we head into this final period here, and it'll be Shorgan who's down in the
I'm
down
saying
position.
Shogun, and it's Shorgan.
Shorgan. Well, we said it wrong most of the start of the year. I don't think the T really gets pronounced, and sometimes it's Shorgun, and sometimes it's Shorjin. I never know who exactly is right. I guess I ought to ask him.
And he gets an escape, 5-2. Takedown would make a difference. I'll tell you, if I get the takedown here, I'll let him up right away. Oh, he had a chance there. They're out of bounds.
Again, they go out of bounds. He got behind him there. He was completely behind him around the waist, but they were both on their feet.
Yeah, I think if Shorgan takes him down here, I think I'd let him up right away. Try to get this thing tied up. 5-2, center of the mat, minute 30 in the match. Underhook on the right side by Mosier, lifts it up, goes right into a single. He's going to be able to take Shorgan right down to the mat. 7-2. Going to go out of bounds again, I think. Nope, the escape, 7-3. Shorgan with the escape. Underhook on the right side by Mosier. Shorgan backs out of bounds. 7-3 still. 54 seconds left here in the third. These are both freshmen here.
Looking at the semi-state rankings, these two are ranked 3 and 4 behind Carter Fielden and Ty Linzer in our semi-state rankings.
So Linzer's going to be at 32. Going for the takedown here. Mosier's in on a shot. Shorgan is sprawled out, trying to pull that leg out.
See if he can get his ankle out. He's got him by the toes. Mosier does.
Yeah, he does. I think that's 2 takedown there.
Well, it may be, but for Mosier, he's in a position where he's not going to give up an escape or be able to be cut.
Yeah, he can't cut now. He's got to try to turn him for 2.
10 seconds left.
And right there, he just might as well go for some kind of tilt. And
5 seconds left. They get on their feet.
not going to happen. It's going to lose this match 7-5.
7-5. We'll be right back after this message.
Bowers Paint Studio on West Monroe Street in Decatur is hands down the best auto body repair shop in the Midwest. That's why your friends and neighbors give Bowers Paint Studio a 5-star rating on Facebook. Your family ride get dinged in an accident? Take it to Bowers for a free estimate. Need a custom paint job for your collectible car or motorcycle? Bowers Paint Studio is the place to go. Nate works with all the insurance companies and can help you get a loaner. That's Bowers Paint Studio on West Monroe Street in Decatur.
Now up at 138 pounds for Adams Central, Mav Dubois. He's taking on Braden Swain from Delta.
And I'm telling you what, Mav Dubois wrestled a great match against Tony. I think it was a 12-4 match, or 11-4, but he wrestled a really good match.
He's in on a shot right now on a single leg. Swain trying to counter, trying to keep those hips down. And
Two.
Dubois finishes it. He's got those 2 spots in and gets the opening takedown. New out-of-bounds rules this year. Still kind of interesting to look at when you see it the way it used to be called.
Back when I wrestled, you put a hand out.
That was it.
You were out.
Well, it was certainly a lot easier to call back then.
Yeah, it might have been 2 points back then. I'm not sure, but it's not like it is today. Which I like it. I mean, it's more wrestling space, and and it really makes you wrestle in a bigger space. Gives you, more opportunities to score.
So Dubois on the ride now. Swain stands up. Dubois returns him to the mat. 2-0 he leads. Jets trail 7-0.
They're going to score something here, I think.
We are getting our regular match updates from our pal, the judge. He's over at Belmont right now, Belmont Yorktown, interested in how the Jets are doing.
Who's the judge?
You don't know the judge, huh?
I don't know the judge.
You probably hear us talking about him all the time. The judge is probably the #1 fan of High School Wrestling Weekly. He's always there on Sundays as Dubois gets ready to lock up a cradle here on the edge of the mat. 12 seconds left.
So I've been in the same building with him then, right?
You have been. Let's see if Dubois can rock it back. He does. See if he can get him. Nope. He had him on his butt there, but he couldn't get Swain on his back. Whew, and he takes Swain back hard. 2 seconds left. Clock runs out. It's just 2-0. The judge is the judge here in Adams County. His son was a senior on last year's team, Henry Kugelhahn.
Okay.
And a big fan of WZBD, a big supporter of WZBD, along with his wife. Big switch hit here by Dubois at the start of the second period. He's got a locked hands call against Swain. He's got the switch, so it's going to be a 5-0 lead. 2 and 1 makes 5. With the 2 that they already have, the legs are in the way Mav likes them. And he's going to work his magic here and see if he can't work towards a bonus point victory as the Jets try to get on the board.
He's going to get some. He's not near fall yet.
The judge was my guest last week on the broadcast when South Adams took on Huntington North. We'll have a South Adams broadcast for you next week when they take on John Johnson's Norwell Knights.
That might be a good one.
Should be a good one. Did you see that half-court shot that John Johnson made on? You're not a Twitter guy, are you?
No, I'm not. Never had a Twitter.
John hit a half-court shot and a challenge by the girls' basketball team like it was nothing, like he'd been doing it his whole life.
And he's a wrestling coach.
55 seconds left here in the second period.
He's got a near side.
Yes, he does. He's going to try to work it over. Oh, he loses the hold.
Yeah, he really was too close in, too compact. He really needed to back out and put that head in the side to get him turned.
Dubois leads it 5-0 here. We want to give a shout out to all of our listeners. Margie Tebow's listening at home, still a little bit under the weather.
How many listeners we got today?
Margie, we hope that you're feeling better. Can he lace those legs in and get him flat?
He's pinned. He's pinned.
He was bridging on those shoulders, and there it is. 3 minutes and 35 seconds is your time of your fall. And Mav Dubois is your winner. We'll be right back after this message.
When you're doing new construction or remodeling and you need drywall, the name to call is Paul Baker Drywall. Paul Baker Drywall does championship caliber work and gives you free estimates. Paul uses all the latest styles for your approval, and his work is always guaranteed. Give Paul a call today at 701-4388. That's 701-4388. When it's time for drywall, use the best, Paul Baker Drywall.
Here we go.
Xander Schwartz and Colton Ronimus. Ronimus with the takedown. Just 15 seconds into the match. Schwartz comes up. Ronimus looking for a cradle on Xander. Potentially dangerous.
Schwartz, one of the bigger members of this freshman class is in terms of weight, but he's done a nice job at 144.
Another freshman, and Dubois just a sophomore, right?
Yep, a lot of young kids in the bottom of that lineup for Adams Central. They're just going to need to find a way to fill in the pieces up at the top next year.
You know, and it's really so tough for the freshmen in the sectional we're in. You know, that sectional's hard.
It sure is.
That regional's hard. Ronimus has a cradle on Xander. Oh, Xander almost was able to push into him and put Ronimus on his back. But Ronimus is getting near fall. There's the pin.
Elapsed time is 55 seconds. And we'll be right back after this message.
Luganville Excavating is a proud sponsor of high school wrestling on WZBD. Their son Memphis, a sophomore at AC, is doing his best to overcome adversity and wrestle for the Flying Jets. Memphis has made tremendous strides and is determined to continue. You can follow his journey on Facebook at Memphis's Ride. As Luganville Excavating works hard for their customers, follow Memphis's challenge to make the team. He would love to hear from you.
Welcome back here to Adams Central. Quick pin there by Colton Ronimus at 144 pounds. Makes the team score 13-6 in favor of Delta. Now up at 150 pounds is Max Byerly from Adams Central and Zeke Witter from Delta. Witter in on a shot. A little chin rip there by Byerly, and he uses it well. Doesn't put him on his back, but ends up with the takedown. Nice little move there. Byerly scores the opening 2 points. Adams Central trying to hang with the 2A state champs. Not an easy task when you look at the way they wrestled on Saturday. Byerly gets in on a restart with the ankle. Gonna try to put the leg in. Returns Witter to the mat. He's got him turned on his hip there for a second.
Oh, there's a cradle. He's got it.
Byerly now has the cradle locked up, trying to find a route to get him turned over. Sometimes you can lock up that cradle pretty easily, but being able to get over that outstretched elbow.
The one thing I see a lot of wrestlers today rolling the cradle where they go to their back, and I absolutely can't stand it because I don't know why you purposely go to your back at any time.
Well, you got to make sure you got it locked up tight. But a lot can happen when you roll through like that. You lose some of the leverage that you had when you were on your feet, on your knees.
I'm the old school like that, hip to hip, feet to feet, take straight back.
On the edge of the mat now, Byerly just a 2-0 lead. He's got one leg in. Steve Zembo right on it. Oh, he gets a half Nelson in, and boom, takes him over. But it was too far. Oh, they were out of bounds. Thought for a second they might have called potentially dangerous, but no, 1 second left. We're going to change it here.
You can get an escape in those extra 3 seconds.
Clock resets. Byerly trying to hold on. He drapes himself on that as a nice little bit. There's things you can do in the middle of the match. There's things that you can do in the end of the match. And that was a perfect example of what you can do at the end of the match to see out those last few seconds. So Byerly and Witter are going to start the second period here, also on their feet.
Is he related to the Byerly from previous years?
I believe so. Max, tall, a lanky 150-pounder. That looks like a takedown to me.
Yep, that's a takedown.
Not in yet.
There
there it is. Rex always calls that a knife throw.
A knife throw.
Don't ask me where he gets that stuff from.
I don't know where Rex gets some of his terminology, to be honest with you.
Well, sometimes, he took that, what's that trip he always talks about? He took out to West Virginia for the camp that he went to.
Oh, I didn't know
and then
that.
I don't know if that's where he picks up these are West Virginia terms. You may have to ask Tony when he gets out there.
Well, the first time I heard Rex say fall side cradle, I'm like, what's a fall side cradle? But that's what he calls it. It's I've always known it as a far side cradle. Verbiage and styles are different all over the country.
Byerly, he's got the half Nelson in, still with the legs in. Now he reaches underneath.
Oh,
and he just straight up missed it. Completely lost his hold. He does not get any near fall, and instead he gives up a reversal. And now it's Witter who's trying to run that half Nelson. But it looked like he was going to go straight to his back.
Sure
and he kind of rolled through it. And
I was getting ready to say he's going to get a pin here.
Byerly trying to find his way back out. 28 seconds left here in the second period. Nice crowd. One of the bigger crowds that we've seen at a home meet this year for the home team. Delta bringing a pretty consistent amount of people for such a long distance.
It is. I mean, you go. It's not really the distance. It's the towns, right? Because I live right there, and you go through Albany, you go through Red Key, you go through Portland, then come up and Bryant, Geneva, Bern, Monroe. It's just slow moving.
Yeah, it is not. It's not a straight shot, that's for sure.
I think from my house, I can get to Belmont quicker than I can here, and the distance is shorter to here.
Yeah. Now, Peterson attempted there by Byerly right at the buzzer, and he doesn't get it, but he does still hold a 4-2 lead. Witter will have his choice. He's going to go down, and I think that's not a bad thing for Byerly because he looked pretty good on top. He got sloppy one time.
Yep.
Otherwise, he'd be dominating this match.
Yeah, I mean, he's almost had a far side cradle a couple times.
Byerly now trying to get those legs in. He's got those long legs to use for leverage. He's got one in, now he loses it. Still enjoying wrist control. Witter tries to stand up without the use of his arms. Byerly trying to roll that right wrist under. Now he wraps one leg in. He's going to try a side cradle from this side. Tries to put the head in the side. Now he's going to reach underneath. I don't think that's going to work there. Minute 20 left. You look at that Adams Central roster, Nat, and there's only a couple names on there who are bigger than 165. They're going to have some interesting decisions to make next year if they don't pick up a couple of the big guys. They're going to need some growing to take place, perhaps.
Yeah, you only see two sophomores after 165 and one junior.
Gavin Rumpel picked up some experience earlier this year when Zach Wurm was out.
You got Ethan Funk at 175. You do have Heiser as a junior.
Byerly, 1 minute left. He's on the ride. He's winning 4-2, so he doesn't need to score here. But he does need to avoid any attempts at this match changing from a stalling call.
You know, I made a comment, I think, this weekend with Rob in the team state this past weekend. I don't think I've ever watched a high school match, and I've been around wrestling for a lot of years. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody qualify for stalling or disqualify for stalling.
I have seen it one time that I can remember.
That's two.
Now a reversal as Witter gets behind Byerly, but Byerly quickly gets the escape. So now he leads 5-4, 13 seconds left. No? I'm confused on the score.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there either.
Was there not a reversal?
No, he did not call the reversal.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, 5-4 or 4-3. There's a stalling call on Byerly. They go out of bounds. End of the match. And Byerly hangs on for the 4-3 victory. We'll be right back after this message.
Miller Land Surveying is one of Northeast Indiana's premier full-service land surveying firms. From lot and boundary surveys to large topographical, commercial, and industrial surveys, Miller Land Surveying can help you with all of your surveying needs. With a seasoned staff, the latest technology, and a drive for perfection, rest assured your project will be done professionally and efficiently completed every time. MLS is proud to support today's broadcast and encourages everyone to get out and support local athletes.
Here we are now at 157 pounds.
Is this Jarrett Smith?
This is Ethan Smith.
Ethan Smith. So a freshman.
Jarrett Smith is out tonight.
Brothers?
He is out ill.
Were they brothers too?
I am not sure. He's wrestling Drayton Swanson.
Ethan in on the shot. Swanson with the sprawl. Out of bounds. Boy, it's just freshman after freshman for Adams Central. I didn't realize that. I've only seen him once this year against Jay County. Ethan in on another shot. Swanson trying to work a butcher or a bundle, depending on where you come from. Now he's a near side. He got the takedown, didn't use the near side correctly there. Now he's got it again. Still not using it correctly, but he's trying to force his way over. Ethan needs to flatten that out if he can to break that cradle. He's got a possibility here because Swanson's not using it correctly. Now he's starting to walk it, though, towards his head. Ethan's about to give up near fall, and he is. Swanson continues to try to walk that. Now Ethan's back on his stomach. He's only given up 2 near fall, not all 3. 30 seconds still left. Still just a 2 count for Swanson with the near side. Now Ethan up to his base. He's fought to his base. Gets out of the cradle, gets an escape. 4-1. Good job by Ethan. Both wrestlers on their feet again, collar tie. They separate. Collar tie on the right side by Swanson of Delta. Ends 4-1.
Swanson's in the lead, 4-1.
It'll be Adams Central choice. Doesn't go neutral here. 13-9, Delta leads on the team score.
And this is a match that Adams Central could pick up here.
Smith about to give up another takedown here as Swanson gets behind.
Makes it 6-1.
Up next for the Jets will be Matt Heiser at 165 pounds.
And he has a tall task.
As Cabe Stebbins is on an absolute roll after defeating Duke Myers on Saturday.
You know, I was telling Robert that's something else on Saturday. I was telling him I think Stebbins is one of the most improved wrestlers in the state.
Well, we saw him here a couple years ago. Every time that we've seen him wrestle against Adams Central, he's been impressive from all the way back his freshman year. He's a junior now, is that right?
Yeah, he's been good, but I think he's went to another level this year. I mean, I don't think last year he was on the same level as Duke Myers.
Of course, Duke's had plenty of matches against Delta wrestlers over the last couple of years, as he was right there with Braxton Russell all the way through. Finished his season with Russell.
Yeah, down in Indy.
In that match for 5th and 6th.
Ethan's still on bottom, down 6-1. Swanson's really just trying to look for a way to get him turned. Now Ethan starts to come up, reaches back for the left leg. And he's back down to his stomach. Swanson working a crossface. Switches to a half and is going to turn Ethan to his back and is getting near fall. Definitely 3 near fall for Swanson of Delta. Swanson now looking for the pin. There it is.
3 minutes and 44 seconds. We'll be right back after this.
Wygand Construction in Fort Wayne is committed to providing quality, value-based construction services, and that commitment begins with our employees. We strive to anticipate and exceed clients' expectations, honor our commitments, and provide for the communities in which we live. If this sounds like the place where you'd like to work, visit our website at Wygand Construction to see our open positions and fill out an application. We want you on our team. Wygand Construction. Trust, well built.
Cabe Stebbins immediately in on a takedown on Matt Heiser. We mentioned Stebbins with the big win over Duke Myers in the championship match at 2A on Saturday at Jay County. He is all over Heiser right now, trying to drape himself. Heiser turns in,
Ooh.
and that had to hurt. Heiser lands with his knee on Stebbins, too.
That was just bad position by
Stebbins.
And,
Stebbins looks more like a
57.
A power forward on a JV basketball team.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the look like a Braxton Russell does. Very, very muscular and built, but Stebbins is technical. He uses his length to his advantage. He's in on another double leg now on Heiser. He dumps Heiser over. Makes it 4-1. And just a great technician, and we've seen it dating all the way back to, like I said, when we did this duel 2 years ago here between these two teams, and really it was the first look that I had gotten of him.
You know, he was outstanding in middle school as well. Stebbins going to let him up, make it 4-2. Takedown would be big for Heiser right here, tie this thing up.
On their feet they are, 55 seconds left. These two locked up, a little throw by there by Stebbins, shakes it off. 4-2. Team score is 19-9. Delta with the lead. Does Heiser have the strength to throw that by? He doesn't, and boom, Stebbins is behind. Takes him to the mat, 2 takedown. Heiser stands right back up. Stebbins trying to keep him in.
And I tell you, I look at these two wrestlers here, and I think about that regional. Duke Myers added to it. Wow. And there's a lot of weight classes to that regional like that. And that's not even counting the Cowan, the South Adams kids, the Yorktown kids. Wow.
Heiser now in a decent position to get a reversal as he had the ankle there of Stebbins, but he doesn't get it. 6-2 will be your score after the first 2 minutes. Stebbins with choice. He defers. Heiser's going to go down. Up next for Adams Central will be Dakota Perry. He'll be taking on Braxton Russell, returning state medalist. Underway here in the second period. Heiser trying to build his base. Peels off the hand on the back of the head. Now working to get his arm free underneath. As we said earlier, join us on Saturday for more Adams Central Wrestling, live from over in the other gym. Maybe I'll have my full voice by then, Nat.
Well, I'll tell you.
Heiser tries to sit there, and instead he didn't have his arm or his legs underneath, and now Stebbins got a headlock, and he's got Heiser on his back. He gets 3 near fall there. That makes it 9-2. There's no rest this time of season for your voice when you're a broadcaster in wrestling.
I can't imagine. I tell everybody I've been around lately has been sick, but I haven't, so I'm knock on wood.
Of course, Rex and AJ over at Belmont right now on 92.7 FM.
How's that match going? Do we know?
One of the great new positives to the website and our added technology. And it is now 12-3 Belmont leads over there at Yorktown. I think they started at 106.
And that's a program that's coming back up as Yorktown. Jacob Stevenson doing a fantastic job there.
Very much so. How about this stat? Belmont has lost 8 of their last 10 duels against Yorktown.
No kidding.
The two have not wrestled in, I believe, 8 years before tonight. Another switch by Heiser. This time he's got his legs clear. And he comes around behind, 9-4. Now let's see what Heiser can do. Can you find a way to score some cheap near fall here and put yourself in a position to pull off an upset win in the third period? Stalling called on Stebbins as he just maintained that rigid restart position. Cody LeCount does not like the call.
At the end of 2, Stebbins is still in the lead, 9-4.
Stebbins just kind of locked up and went in that sort of rigid restart mode and said, I'm going to stay right here until.
I don't think it was a bad call.
So Stebbins on bottom to start the third period. 9-4 is the score. Heiser gets really low, and Stebbins
and see that length
hits him with what we call the Faro at Belmont.
That length set that up that you were talking about earlier.
Now Heiser on his back, trying to break the hands. Stebbins in a position here to score a fall if he can get that shoulder clear.
Well, I think he's got a problem there with his right leg, and yeah, he had to get that out to do anything. I don't think he was ever going to get him pinned.
3 near fall for Stebbins, along with the takedown, or the reversal, I should say. Makes it 14-4. We got 1:10 left. Dakota Perry with another tall task for the Jets with Braxton Russell next.
There's a cradle again.
Cradle locked up here by Stebbins. Let's see if he can bring it back or if he exposes his back like you were saying earlier. He doesn't really need.
Heiser broke the cradle.
14-4, still 40 seconds left. Traps that right arm for a moment at least. Heiser gets it back. Once again, Stebbins trying to bar that arm behind. He's got the ankle or the wrist lined up. Puts his pressure on that arm as it's locked behind there.
Can he move her again?
9 seconds left. Stebbins just going to hold on to that arm and see out a 14-4 win. That's how this one's going to end. Be right back after this message. DDD Maintenance and Repair, owned and operated by Shane Reynolds, has your local professionals for heavy-duty truck and diesel engine repair. DDD Maintenance and Repair also offers full-service sand and glass blasting for your surface restoration projects. Whether it's getting your heavy-duty truck and diesel engine running like new or sandblasting your project to look like new, we have a blast renewing the past. Give Shane and the guys a call at 260-223-5442. That's DDD Maintenance and Repair. Welcome back here to Adams Central, and next up, Dakota Perry for Adams Central and Braxton Russell for Delta. Take it away, Nat.
Yeah, Dakota really was an aggressor there, and then got to his back to the out of bounds, and now Braxton with an underhook on the left side. Still no takedown, closely out of bounds, and out of bounds. Oh, they give the takedown. Braxton's got 1 foot in. Russell says, I want to start up. So he gives a point to Dakota. Tries for the hook on the right side again. Dakota will keep stepping backwards to stay away from that underhook situation. They're going to go out of bounds.
.30 seconds gone here.
Right back to the shoulders and the head. Underhook on the right side by Dakota. Stalling on Dakota for backing out of bounds. I don't blame him. Russell continues to try to do the same thing with the underhook on the right side. Now he's got an overhook on the left with an arm bar. Now collar ties. Russell with the single, switches to a double, takedown 4-1. Crossface by Russell to Dakota. Across the right side of the face to the left arm. Now he switches, rolls both wrists, switches to a wing. Nope. Dakota's able to roll right out of that wrist control. Half Nelson by Russell, and he's put Dakota on his back, getting some near fall.
That one's going to hurt.
And I think he's pinned.
Minute 16, your elapsed time. We're right back after this message.
Quality dentistry for people of all ages. That's what you'll find at Decatur Dental Services. This is Dr. Taylor Trevere at Decatur Dental Services. We provide a wide range of dental treatment, including preventative, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry. Located at the corner of 224 East and Pickway Road in Decatur. We offer convenient office hours, Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Friday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more information about our practice, please find us on Facebook or visit our website at DecaturDentalIN.com.
Welcome back here at 190 pounds. Wrestling for Adams Central on senior night. Senior Trevor Curry. He's in on a single leg against Andrew Ruffenbarger. And let's see what Curry decides to do, whether he's going to wow us with his offensive talents or whether he's going to go for the early fall. We've seen a lot of pins in Trevor's career here at home.
Got the takedown.
Finishes off the takedown there. Trevor met some pretty tough competition on Saturday between the young men from Tell City and from Rochester, but the good news, those two teams not in our Fort Wayne semi-state. Curry has been right there. One of the most endearing moments of last year is the takedown that he didn't get at the semi-state last year against eventual champion Alex Deming, and now he's got Ruffenbarger stacked with the double chicken wing, and right there it is, 56 seconds. Trevor Curry with the quick fall. That brings the team score to 29-15. We'll be right back after this.
Injured in an accident, need representation in civil, criminal, or family law matters? Call DeVos, Baker, Ainsworth, and Razzo for assistance. Our office has experienced trial lawyers who can guide you through the litigation process and provide you with quality legal service at competitive rates. Call 724-2129 to schedule an appointment with one of our attorneys or visit our website at devoslaw.com for more information.
Okay, we got a good one for you now at heavyweight as Wyatt McAfee fills in for Zach Worm. And he's taking on Isaac Moss.
And he's going right at him. He's the one moving forward. Moss now with an underhook on the right side. Now Moss switches to a front headlock, trying to snap him down with a headlock. McAfee is able to get back, take an armbar. Collar tie. Now a little bit of hand fighting. Really just kind of a little bit of pummeling by both wrestlers. Moss with an underhook on the right side, looking for the double underhook, close to the out of bounds line. They're going to go out of bounds. Moss trying to keep him in. McAfee continues to try to step out. Now they get to the middle of the mat. Not the middle, but to in between the two circles. McAfee doing a good job staying away from Moss's strengths, at trying to get that double underhook locked behind his back and be able to throw him to the mat. McAfee tries a drag there. Pushes Moss. Underhook again by Moss on the left side of Wyatt. I think, you know, Dane, I think here if we give Adam Central gets the choice here, I think Wyatt needs to stay in the neutral position as much as possible. He's outweighed significantly, don't you think?
Yeah, I would think by 40 or 50 pounds at least. Also giving up a lot of height.
Yep.
15 seconds left.
On double underhook by Henny. Oh, good job by McAfee. Tries to go in for a headlock. Tried to fight through Moss's double underhook. Trying to step away. Moss is able. Oh, that's not a takedown yet. That wasn't a takedown yet.
Over on the edge of the mat, he's giving it to him. Moss defers his choice. McAfee is going to go.
Yeah, go neutral.
He's going to go down.
2-0.
Coach Curry gives his instructions.
Do you think that was a takedown?
Well, from where I was sitting, where we were sitting, it was on the far end.
I mean, he was never behind him. I mean, he was still off to the side.
Definitely off to the side.
And
close to locking hands there.
yeah, I thought it was.
There's only so much reaction time.
McAfee now he's coming to his feet. He's up to his feet. Good job.
Moss just kind of closes his legs in between him and puts all his weight down on him.
Yeah, just he's so big.
And now is where McAfee's going to have to try to get out of that. He doesn't want to stay in this position. He's going to take up all of his energy.
Yeah, Moss trying to control the wrist. He's really not doing anything offensively to turn Wyatt. Rolling the wrist again. Now he goes to a half Nelson. McAfee's turning into it. Hip and down.
I was listening to another broadcast from this weekend, some highlights, and I heard a broadcaster say something to the effect that he would have rather been underwater for 2 minutes than under the weight of a heavyweight.
Yeah.
That there's no breath to be had.
He's probably not wrong.
When you're getting all that weight pressed on your back, down under your chest.
Yeah, I tell you what, Moss isn't doing anything offensively here.
Yep, McAfee just trying to either ride out his time here and not give up any points.
I think he can score one here. I think he might be a little bit quicker if he can get a switch or a sit out.
Better to get the restarts for McAfee.
Oh,
Needs to not give up a cradle like that. I don't think Moss can be able to connect that.
Nope,
We'll see.
he's got it. Wyatt was able to get out of it.
Trying to reconnect it again is Moss. Now he gives up on it. McAfee on his knees. He lifts that ankle, and now it's going to be trouble.
Yeah, that's where it gets you.
Can McAfee fight it off on senior night here? 13 seconds. It would be unfair to say he has to. And there's a fall. 3 minutes and 51 seconds. Isaac Moss gets your win at heavyweight. We'll be right back after this.
Rising costs of gas and food putting a strain on your budget? Is your paycheck stretched a little thin? Home and auto insurance rates are on the rise. Maybe it's time to shop around for a lower rate. Give Nick Rumschlag State Farm a call at 260-724-6010 and see if we can save you a few bucks. Don't have time to call? That's okay. You can get a quote 24 hours a day at nickrumschlag.com. You could even stop in our office on North 13th Street in Decatur.
Welcome back here at 106 pounds. We've got the backup for Adam Central and Ezra Lichty.
And Ezra looks small compared to Jensen.
Giving up 20 pounds to the number one 106 in the state in Jensen Boyd. And this is a tall task for Ezra.
Is he really only 86 pounds?
Yeah, I think 84, 85 actually.
Wow.
So Boyd with 2 takedowns here in the first 30 seconds. And Lichty gets pushed all the way off the mat.
How do you tell an 86-pound freshman?
Oh, he's in deep on a.
You go wrestle the number one kid
on
in the
an
state.
ankle pick on Boyd, and Boyd just tosses him over. And he's got him on his back now. Ezra trying to fight out of it, trying to roll onto his belly.
He's almost there.
3 near fall for Boyd. And the weight difference here is just too much.
Oh, yeah. It's
Team score now 35-21 in favor of Delta. Neutral now, 11-3 the score. Belmont losing to Yorktown right now. As the judge is giving us all the details.
What did you say the score was over there?
14-12.
Belmont?
Losing. So when this one's over, you can tune over to 92.7 FM to hear that one.
That's what I usually do. When we leave places, I listen to you guys on the way home until I can't get you.
Hopefully that brings you something. And Boyd turns Lichty over there for the fall. 1:38 is your time of the fall. And that'll take us to 113 pounds, where we'll have Kale Beer.
2 matches to go this evening.
Just 2 bouts left.
13 pounds for the lead.
Aiden Bollinger will be your wrestler for the visitors.
For the Vagabonds, Kale Beer.
Kale Beer's had a really good freshman season here as well. 23 wins already. Nice fireman's carry by Bollinger. Trying to finish it off, he does.
Bollinger is a takedown artist. He lets a lot of kids up and retakes them down.
You don't compare the way he wrestles with the way Neil Mosier
No.
wrestles.
No,
they're much,
not at all.
Both very successful.
You know, you talk about that, and I watched a match Saturday in 6 minutes. In 5 minutes and 30 seconds of those 6 minutes, I think the 2 wrestlers were on their feet, and Neil never attempted one shot.
We want to tell you that Johnson's Auto Sales in the corner of 13th Street and Adams in Decatur, where you always drive quality at a better price, is proud to be a wrestling booster, along with Ahead of the Curb Driving Academy, teaching young drivers how to get their license and learn the rules of the road.
2-1.
Check out Ahead of the Curb Driving Academy to get your teenage driver signed up for the next driver's ed classes.
Another shot by Beer. Was able to come up short. Good sprawl by Bollinger. Now lateral by Beer. Has come up into a single. Picking it up off the mat. Got a chance to score here and take the lead. Try to keep him in bounds. Bollinger continues to fight through. Now, I'll tell you what, right now, that's a takedown. If that over there was a takedown, the other one should have been a takedown. Beer should have had a takedown there. What's his record as a freshman, Dane?
Yeah, 23-6.
In a tough weight class, too. Bollinger has the underhook under the right arm of Beard. Close out of bounds. Still 2-1. Oh, both wrestlers, a little headbutt there as both of them went to shoot at the same time. Bollinger was able to get behind for a 4-1 lead. I've gotten to know Beer's parents fairly well over the last year, with their younger son Clay being up at Warrior RTC training.
With a score of 4-1.
Bollinger leads 4-1. How much more can my grandson eat is what I'm asking myself.
They never stop, Nat.
He's got to wrestle next week.
He's got to wrestle Saturday.
Make weight.
The third member of our team tonight.
Kale still on bottom, started on bottom. Now he comes up to his feet. Bollinger takes him right back to the mat. 4-1 still. Now Bollinger really between the legs, just lifting the leg to him. Got to thread the needle a little bit there. Now it takes him straight over his head. Kale's able to stave that off. Doing a good job here. And Bollinger lets him up, 4-2. Big takedown be big here.
Of course, so many of these matchups are potential first-round matchups at regional where the season is on the line.
You know, in that Jay County regional, winning your sectional is important. In that
It has
regional.
been in recent years.
6-2, Bollinger with the takedown.
Certainly been some sectional finalists who did not advance to the semi-state.
Yeah, absolutely.
And anymore with the format of Indiana's tournament, that is the name of the game. The name of the game, when it really comes down to it, is finding a way to get into a position for a winnable match in the first round of regional.
Yeah, absolutely.
It changes everything.
Absolutely.
All you got to do is qualify for semi-state, and
That's right.
the rest is wide open.
Bollinger with another takedown. 8-3. Thought that made it 10-3, but it still says 8.
41-21. Delta leads here. They're going to win this one, as expected.
Yeah, I tell you, I think Delta, who was it? Terre Haute South in the final. Did they win it?
Terre Haute South did not win. It was Floyd Central who won.
I think Delta, I think they tied at Mooresville, but I think that they could give them a run for their money in a duel.
Yes. Yes, Delta, I think, would have been very competitive at the 3A level, as I think Belmont and Jay County would have as well.
I think Jay County only if they had their full lineup, what they expected to have at the first of the year. That would have been a battle with those three teams if they'd have been healthy all year and had the returnees they thought. You know, A.J. Myers right off the bat.
Another takedown there by Bollinger, but you look at what East Noble did in their victory. They end up going toe-to-toe with the Mishawaka's of the world, and we're right there with them. So
I talked to Sam one Sunday, and we talked a little bit about the match with New Pal, getting them and that upset. And he says to me, dang near got Mishawaka too.
They just about did. It was pretty crazy the way it all unfolded over there at Franklin. Another takedown by Bollinger now makes it 12-4, 12-5 now after Beer gets to his feet. We're in the third period, a minute 15 left. Just an easy, simple takedown there by Bollinger.
Oh, Beer trying to headlock here. And you know what? I love that. I love that he's trying something to win.
Again, Bollinger cuts him.
And why not? He's not supposed to win this match, right?
Exactly. They got that fan on again.
Yep.
Man, it is cold where we are.
It is.
Jackson Bingham is your last man up for Adams Central. He'll take on Cade Jackson. That's Jackson versus Jackson if you weren't paying attention there.
The cradle. Nope. Bollinger looked like he was looking for a cradle. Oh, he does have the cradle.
Another takedown, 16-6.
He's not getting a tech fall here.
40 seconds remain.
Bollinger looks over to the clock. Trying to turn Kale onto his back. Still no, he's got one count. Official shaking his head no, saying no near fall. Still nothing.
Beer gets his escape.
And he tries a headlock. He's down 9. He tries a headlock on Bollinger. Dang near got it. Bollinger's able to get out of it and come around from behind. Going to get a takedown here to make it 18-7. But by golly, Kale's tried 2 headlocks and dang near got that last one.
We'll be right back after this.
When you need building materials, you need Arnold Lumber, 425 Winchester Street in Decatur, featuring lumber in a wide choice of sizes, plus doors, windows, roofing, and more. Whether it's a complete new home or remodeling, a new deck or deck repair, a new kitchen or a kitchen update, whether it's an erected or materials-only garage or pole barn package featuring quality metal, free professional designs and estimates, Arnold Lumber provides it all. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Thursday till 4:30 on Friday and 11:30 on Saturday.
Welcome back for the final bout of the evening. Jackson Bingham from Adams Central taking on Cade Jackson. Jackson in on an early double leg. He scores the opening takedown. Jackson Bingham, a newcomer to this team for Adams Central. He is a sophomore, but he kind of fits into that newcomer into the Adams Central lineup and sort of seems like he's,
so he's moved into the
into that group. So, and of course, the other youngster that we didn't get to see tonight because of illness is Miles Carr, a kid who Nat, and I've had this conversation with a couple people last year. We had a lot of matches where we called where he was trying to avoid the tech fall and trying to save team points, and he did a nice job of it this year. He's come out. He had a big pin of Ben Mills in the dual meet against Belmont, and I think he's close to 25 wins already as a sophomore. So finally up to that 106 where he's kind of cutting a little bit of weight. Jackson Bingham taken down here by Cade Jackson for the second time. That makes it 4-1. There's a little bit of oomph in that one.
Yeah, there sure was. Jackson looking for a wing on the right side. I guess Cade Jackson looking for a wing on the right side.
Gonna have to get those separated out right so that you got it correct in your mind. Don't want to confuse our listeners. They go out of bounds, 27 seconds left. As we're getting a preview of our weekend weather here with the wind that is...
No snow. I hate snow.
I think we're gonna get snow. It's just a matter of how much rain we get and how quickly it changes to snow, unfortunately.
Shot by Cade Jackson of Delta, 2 takedown, now 6-2. Got his legs in, getting some near fall. Turk. Will end up 9-2 at the end of 1. Nope, only 2 near fall.
Jackson of the Eagles in the lead, 8-2.
So 8-2. Cade Jackson with the choice.
Neutral.
He's going to go neutral. Little man's got a lot of sugar in him over there.
Oh yeah. I gotta keep him busy. He knows that when he comes when I'm on the radio, I'm just like a bank. I'm like an ATM. So try to keep him quiet.
These two are on their feet here in the second period. Jackson shoots in, Bingham reacts, falls to his hip, but away from Cade. Jackson Bingham now trying to fight off a single leg by the Delta wrestler.
Oh.
And a big kick there.
Wow.
And he takes Bingham down. He was in on a single leg and he kicked that other leg out from underneath him. Once again with a little bit of oomph.
Yeah, he has a lot of oomph.
Failed shot there by Bingham, and Jackson spins around and gets a takedown. That makes it 12-4 now as he cuts Bingham down. A big blast double there by Cade Jackson. He finishes it off. Midway through the bout here. Bingham needs to watch his head there, not give up a half Nelson on this. Final bout of the night. Final bout of the Adams Central dual meet season. As that's where we are at this point in the year. 25 seconds left. Jackson Bingham gets back to his feet. 14-5, he trails. It's all tournaments after this.
Crazy, isn't it?
Weekend. Of course, the ACAC is on a Friday night, but the rest of them are weekends.
You like that Friday night thing?
I love it. When I was a kid, my grandma used to take me to the ACAC back when Robert wrestled, and I used to be able to go to, Woodland on a Friday night, and then you could go to Columbia City on Saturday morning, and it was just a weekend of wrestling. And then they did away with it, and then for a long time, I'd go watch Belmont, and I didn't get to go to the ACAC, and I was really happy. From a broadcasting perspective, it's perfect for us because we're able to bring them both.
I absolutely hate how the ACAC does a dual tournament and an individual tournament. I think it should be one or the other. And the reason being, I'm going to go back to my nephew's, I think last year. Adams Central had a really good wrestler in Allman. He goes to state finals, I think, with 7 losses. 6 of them were to Tony.
Yep,
that's just too much.
Yeah. Probably that's a little North Vermilion, South Vermilion type deal for you there.
Yeah, it's just too much. I mean,
Cade Jackson finishes off a double here. Almost. He's going to pop his head out. Jackson Bingham trying to keep him from scoring here. 14-6. Now's the takedown. 16-6. Minute left in this bout. Team score 45-21. Bingham doing his best to hang with Cade Jackson here. Well, the dual meet portion of the ACAC makes for great drama. Same with the NE8. There's been great additions the last 2 years since they started it. But the conference tournament in this area, at least, no matter where you go to school, is really a true last warm-up, a rehearsal for the sectional. 45 seconds left.
And when you're in this area, and most of them are going to wrestle, a lot of them will wrestle next week.
Yeah.
I just don't like the format. I don't. Just a personal opinion.
Okay, Jackson finishes off another takedown on Bingham. That makes it 18-7. He sort of rakes Bingham over here. He's going to get near fall.
No, he's not going to get the tech fall unless he does it again.
20 seconds left. He's got 3 in the pocket. There it is, 21-7. See if Bingham can hold him off here. Bingham, can he pop his arm out? Get his head out and get a reversal? He's not going to give up the near fall. It's going to end 21-7 with a major decision.
49-21 final.
49-21 is your final. We will play a round of messages here. Bring back with some analysis. And that'll come right after this.
For the past 90 years, Smith Brothers has built a solid reputation by providing quality furniture that lasts for generations. They continue to employ the best construction techniques and components available in the industry and offer frame and fabric styles to satisfy every taste from transitional to traditional and all stops between. Sitting is believing. Test one of their recliners to see how quality engineering makes them stand out from other leading manufacturers. Smith Brothers of Bern. Feel the difference quality makes. Most of us take clean water for granted, but the plain truth is cities work hard to keep our waterways and stormwater sewers as clean as possible. In the field and around the neighborhood, you are the city's eyes. What you casually observe can make a difference. So if you see signs of trouble, including odd odors, unnatural water color, or signs of dumping or spills, please notify the city immediately. Be proactive. Choose to make a difference. Get more ideas on the web at decatorin.org.
Hey, do you know when and where we can recycle in Adams County?
Well, I know you can recycle from 8 to 4 weekdays and Saturday 8 to noon at the transfer station next to Golden Meadows.
Okay, where else?
In Decatur, behind D&D Marathon on the east side of town on Thursdays, Mondays at Simon Manufacturing 27 South in Bern, and in Monroe on the third Tuesday at the fairgrounds. Plus, you can always get the latest info at adamscountyswmd.com.
Thanks.
When faced with the difficult task of making arrangements for your loved one, many emotions and questions arise. What would they want me to do if they were here? Where is the money coming from? How much should I spend? Do they want burial or cremation? The staff at Haggard, Hershey, and Zelt Funeral Home can help you navigate these tough questions. Make your wishes known and allow us to make sure that your wishes are carried out. Call Ryan Hershey or Eric Zelt at 260-724-7167 to schedule an appointment today.
Don Myers Plumbing and Heating in Bern is your American Standard home comfort dealer. American Standard has been in business for more than 100 years and welcomes Don Myers Plumbing and Heating of Bern as one of their independent dealers. Don Myers Plumbing and Heating and American Standard will provide your home or business with energy-efficient heating and cooling equipment, saving you money. Don Myers Plumbing, Heating and Cooling at the east edge of Bern on Adams County Road 000, your American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
At Three Rivers Federal Credit Union, we're focused on empowering you to achieve financial wellness by offering the resources and support you need every step of the way. We're equally committed to bettering lives in our region through volunteerism, community funding and partnerships, college scholarships, and more. We give back to the people, places, and ideas that matter most to you. Learn more at threeriversfcu.org. Three Rivers is federally insured by the NCUA. Okay, welcome back here to the hangar for our post-match show. We have found a willing volunteer who does not want to roll up the mats and instead wants to make his YouTube debut. We are welcoming Trevor Curry to the broadcast. Welcome.
Thank you.
senior night tonight, and you had a chance to wrestle for the last time here in the hangar. I know that this gym is special to you. Tell us a little bit about this senior class that you're a part of.
The senior class is amazing. It's just nice to wrestle in the hangar one last time. It's almost over. Season's almost over. Sectional's coming up real fast. The senior class, we're small, but I'm just glad I can do it with my buddies.
And, some of these guys you've been wrestling with since grade school, and others you've been wrestling with for just a couple of years, guys like Zach Worm, but you guys have accomplished a lot as a team in the dual meet format. Of course, Saturday we were there at Rochester. I thought it was a fun day of wrestling. Obviously, Rochester got the better of you guys, but you guys had two really solid duels to get to that spot, and I think sometimes because of the way the format is, and it only lasts 3 rounds, and it only lasts about 6 hours, but you have to remember, you guys finished runner-up in the state, and I know Coach Myers was having the same conversation with his boys this week in the practice room. You wanted to beat Delta, but don't lose sight of the fact that you finished ahead of everybody else in 1A and in 2A, and it certainly is an accomplishment.
Yeah, going back to that semifinal match against Tell City, they beat us last year in the finals, so it was just good to get that match back, and it sucks that we lost in the finals again for the second year in a row, but it's just cool to be there 2 years in a row, and it's just a nice feeling.
And you guys had some great fan support, of course, at Rochester, even though it was a long ways away. And tonight you had a really nice crowd for you. Saturday you've got an individual tournament, but your focus really kind of shifts towards ACAC as a tune-up for getting ready for the postseason. And, it's your senior year, and you're going to start wrestling some matches here real quick where your wrestling career is on the line.
Yeah, it's going way faster than I thought it would, I'll be honest. But, just switching over to individual, it's kind of fun. The team aspect's fun, but individual's fun because you really get to work on what you're good at and what you need to do to beat this guy and this guy. And it's just kind of fun to – it's a challenge, and especially whenever your season's on the line, career's on the line, so it'll just be fun.
Now, we talked earlier in the broadcast, we were talking about the girls' tournament last week, and we have the girls' state finals tomorrow all day at Kokomo. But talked to a couple of girls who said that the adrenaline that they got from wrestling, knowing that if they lost, their season was over and they were done, that they enjoyed that so much. How do you feel about that? Do you enjoy those matches when you put it out there? Like, think to the ticket round the last year or two. Is that something that you revel in, or does it make you more nervous than some of these other matches?
Personally, I think it'll make me a little bit more nervous, but
But it's why you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
When you put stuff on the line and you have a chance to, and I think one of the girls said it best on Friday. She said, I have the opportunity, when I go out there, I have the opportunity to fail and I have the opportunity to win. And in some other sports, you don't have that sort of spotlight where you're out there on the mat and people are watching you and you can fail. And I guess those are the lessons that they're learning, that they're new to the sport. Of course, you're not new to the sport at all. You've been doing this for a long time. What are your plans after you finish up here at Adams Central in the spring?
Small school, so we play 3 sports around here. So I'll be.
I'm pumped about baseball season.
Are you? Yeah, it'll be fun.
You guys are going to be good, just like you were last year, and some really entertaining games in the ACAC. But it was neat to see you wrestle with some of your senior teammates. It was too bad that Zach Worm didn't get a chance to wrestle, but Wyatt wrestled really well on his feet against Moss early on, and you guys have got a lot of talent up there in those heavier weights, and I think you're going to have a lot of success. And I don't think that the Jets can be counted out when you start talking about ACAC conference title. The sectional is going to be wide open, and of course Delta probably going to be the favorite at the regional. But as those teams get pared down to 10 wrestlers and 8 wrestlers, and even at semi-state, you guys are going to be contenders for that semi-state title. It only takes 3 or 4 state qualifiers, and certainly I know that's one of your goals this year.
Yep.
So, well, Trevor, thank you for joining us here on Senior Night as our interview. We want to wish you the best of luck on Saturday. Weather pending, we'll be there to watch you wrestle, and we'll be there next Friday at the ACAC.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Trevor. That was Trevor Curry. We're going to play around the messages. We'll be right back after this.
We all know winter has an effect on driving conditions. Make sure your vehicle is ready for it with good vehicle maintenance. Hi, I'm Matt Brown, manager of Best One in Monroe, reminding you to make sure that your tires have good tread and are properly inflated. We also recommend a coolant flush every 2 years or 30,000 miles. If your coolant does not work well, your car can be put at risk. Right now at Best One in Monroe, we're offering $20 off a flush service. Give us a call or visit us at bestoneofmonroe.com for details. Best One, selling tires, serving people.
9 miles from Monmouth and 9 miles from Fort Wayne, situated on 27 just south of 469, sits 9 Mile Restaurant, your home for great meals since 1837. Providing home-cooked meals to travelers between Decatur and Fort Wayne for over 180 years, 9 Mile has stood the test of time as an institution on the southern edge of Allen County. With seating on the family side, the bar side, and outdoors, there's always a reason to stop and have a meal. 9 Mile also has a full-service bar and a professional service that can cater your next event or party. The next time you're on your way to or from Fort Wayne, stop in. If you've gone the distance, welcome to 9 Mile.
When it comes to your home, there are things the handyman in you wants to do. And then there's things that should be left to the experts. When it comes to seamless gutters, there's only one choice in our area, and that's SureFlow Seamless Gutters in Decatur. Tired of gutters that leak at every seam and every downspout? Call the guys at SureFlow. Putting on a new metal roof and want your gutters to do the job they're meant to do? Call SureFlow. Find them online at seamlessgutters.net or give them a call. SureFlow Gutters, 260-888-5062.
Every child has the right to the financial support from both parents, regardless of whether the parents are married, live together, or live separately. Please call the Adams County Prosecutor's Office if you need help with establishing paternity, obtaining a child support order, or enforcing of a child support order. In some cases, failure to pay child support can result in criminal charges. The Adams County Prosecutor's Office will diligently and aggressively pursue the collection of support from those who try to avoid this responsibility. There is no cost to get the help of the Prosecutor's Office. If you need help, give the office a call today at 724-5362 or visit adamscountyprosecutor.com.
Hey athletes, are you looking to take your game to the next level? Look no further than Indiana Physical Therapy. Our expert team of sports performance specialists and personalized training programs will have you running circles around the competition. Injured or hurt on the field? Come see us. Our team of physical therapists are dedicated to helping you get back up to speed. With over 19 locations across Indiana, we can get you better, faster. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, people gonna get better.
No matter your age, health and life insurance can be confusing and overwhelming. This is Derek Bailey with Bixler Insurance. Whether you are currently on Medicare or will soon be qualifying for Medicare, we have the products and expertise to meet your needs. Under age 65 and looking for health coverage? Interested in protecting your family from an unexpected loss with a life insurance policy? We can discuss options to assure your peace of mind. Call Bixler Insurance today to schedule your free appointment.
Welcome back here to the Hangar, our post-match coverage as we wrap up a 49-21 victory for Delta against the Adams Central Flying Jets. Any last thoughts here, Nat?
Yeah, I really would have liked to see Zach Worm and Isaac Moss. I think that's something that one match at Adams Central could have turned around, made it a little closer. I'd like to see Adams Central healthy against Delta. Between last weekend and tonight, really excited for the regional to see some of the matchups. Adams Central's a daggone good team. Delta's a daggone good team. Belmont's a daggone good team. Yorktown's good. Jay County's good. Cowan's good. South Adams is good. And when you watch these things, and I just think about what's happening in the next 3 weeks from now and how exciting the regional is going to be. And both these teams are going to be there, and you add all the others, and matchups are going to be key. Winning your sectional is going to be key. Winning that semifinal match, that third place match, even in a sectional, is going to be huge. And when you see all these teams, all condensed within a week, it's exciting to think about.
Yeah, certainly looking at the Delta Regional compared to the other three, we look awfully competitive. And if you can survive, if you can win that elimination round on that Saturday morning right away at the beginning, it really sets you up nicely, because then you just get to compete. Everybody's moving on, and then you wait for the draw to come out that night.
And think about it. It wasn't too long ago, so many years ago, that people wanted to draw the Jay County Regional.
Well, this is true, and that is certainly not the case anymore.
That's not the case anymore.
As the last few years, Jay County has dominated in the count of wrestlers advancing to the ticket round.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're going to play one more round of commercials. Nat's going to head home. I'll bring you the wrap-up right after this.
Thanks, Dane.
You
may not know it, but Hitzer Patio and Fireplace is the perfect place for all your patio, fireplace, and grill needs. Big Green Egg grills, gift certificates, tabletop pellet grills, Pelican premium coolers, cast iron kettles, Dutch ovens, and a wide variety of famous Hitzer stoves. Hitzer, 269 East Main Street in Bern is the perfect place to shop for all these fine products, accessories, and more.
Does your heating system need a good end-of-the-season tune-up from Masters Heating and Cooling? Now is the time to tune up your heating and cooling system. At Masters, we have technicians that can service most makes and models of furnaces and heat pumps at low-cost seasonal special pricing. Contact Masters Heating and Cooling at 1045 South 11th Street in Decatur. On the web at mastersheatcool.com to schedule your preventative maintenance checkup now.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance.
See Toby, Mark, Kyle, or Barb at Graber Insurance with offices on Highway 27 North in Bern and 623 West Monroe Street in Decatur.
For 71 years, the Kelly Automotive Group has serviced your automotive needs in Northeast Indiana and in Ohio. Kelly offers 14 brands of new vehicles and has over 500 used vehicles in stock. Kelly values your business and works hard for bank approval for all credit types. Visit drivekelly.com and stop at any friendly Kelly dealership. In Decatur, visit 1313 South 13th Street on U.S. Highways 27 and 33. Drive Kelly and drive with confidence.
Hi, this is Tina with Innovative Concepts Audio Video, your local premier technology provider. Do you need a new computer? A wide assortment of name brand PCs and laptops are offered in store. Custom systems can also be built to ensure it is perfect fit for you. Software solutions and repair services are available for your current PC as well. Trouble running your smart devices? Is your Wi-Fi slow? Let us help you design, install, and configure a Wi-Fi system to meet your needs. Call or stop in today, or see us on the web at icav.us. We bring technology to you.
Dave Nathan from the Z-Team here for the All-American gas stations in Monroe, Hoagland, Monroeville, Ossian, and throughout Z-Land, and it's happening again. The All-American stores not only give to countless charities, but they're also supporters of local high school athletics here on ZBD. The next time you need gas or a quick snack, stop in for a cold fountain pop, an energy drink, or a hot meal. From Monster energy drinks to Snickers bars, from smoothies to a hot meal on the go, it's all at your local All-American stores. Check out the All-American Stores official Facebook page for more details and sales. The All-American Stores. Hometown owners, hometown staff, your hometown team.
Welcome back for the final time here to the hangar at Adams Central High School, where Delta has defeated the Adams Central Flying Jets by a score of 49-21. The dual meet started at 126 pounds, where fifth-ranked Neil Mosier beat Dylan Ogg 13-0 to give the visiting Eagles a 4-0 lead. At 132 pounds, it was a very entertaining match between Sam Mosier and Brayson Shorgen. Mosier comes away with a 7-5 victory to put Delta up 7-0. Adams Central bounces back with a fall from Mav Dubois in 3 minutes and 35 seconds over Braden Swain, cutting the score to 7-6. Xander Schwartz was the wrestler for Adams Central at 144 pounds, but he's pinned in 55 seconds by Colton Ronimus to make the score 13-6. Adams Central got a win from Max Byerly at 4-3 decision over Zeke Witter. That made the score 13-9 in favor of Delta. The Eagles picked up 6 points with a fall at 157 pounds over with Drayton Swanson over Ethan Smith. At 165, Cabe Stebbins with a major decision over Matt Heiser to make the score 23-9. And it went to 29-9 with a fall by Braxton Russell over Dakota Perry in 1 minute and 16 seconds. Adams Central got a pin from senior Trevor Curry on senior night. We spoke to Trevor just a few minutes ago. 56 seconds over Andrew Ruffenbarger. Keegan Bloom accepts the forfeit at 2:15. That makes the score 29-21. But after a very close first period, Wyatt McAfee falls to Isaac Moss by fall 3 minutes and 51 seconds. That makes the score 35-21. Delta picked up the fall at 106. Jensen Boyd, number 1 in the state, pins Ezra Lichty in 1 minute 38. Cale Beer was your loser at 113 pounds to Aiden Bollinger by a score of 18-7. And Cade Jackson finishes off the match for Delta in style, 21-7. with a major decision victory over Jackson Bingham. Once again, final score here tonight, Delta 49, Adams Central 21. Join us on YouTube and on air tomorrow for the girls wrestling state finals. Begins at 11 o'clock tomorrow. And then join us on Saturday for coverage of the AC Jet Invite. For Nat Wood, this is Dane Filling. We thank you for joining us, and we hope that you enjoyed the broadcast. Check out our stories and photos tomorrow on WZBD.com. And right now you've been listening to High School Wrestling on WZBD.